Good morning. Today is Wednesday, December 14th. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC YouTube page. We start with Holly for a check of today's forecast because, Holly, you're tracking rain for the week.
Yeah, and so today is going to be another quiet day, but not all that sunshine that we had yesterday. As we track hour by hour, we'll see peaks of sun, but we're also going to see that cloud cover really start to increase throughout the course of your Wednesday. It's hard to believe we're halfway through the week, halfway through December, and as we get into tonight is when we really start to see these rain showers. By late tonight, this is the view at 10 o'clock. There's some scattered rain, but it's really not until after midnight and early tomorrow that we deal with, well, let's just say a soaker. This is 3 a.m. We could see a little wet snow mix in here and there, but it's going to be predominantly a all rain event. By 6 a.m. we already see the back edge. So again, this impact is going to be early morning drive. And then once we get past that main batch, it'll be scattered rain showers because our highs tomorrow will still be in the 40s. That's the view at 4 o'clock, and we've got scattered rain showing up. There's the view at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, scattered rain. But then another surge of cold air moves in, and here comes the cold. Just in time is what I want to say. Your Union Home Mortgage 7-day outlook Friday will have some scattered snow in the air, and by the weekend, we're only in the 30s. We'll be a week out till Christmas at that point. Winter arrives officially next week, Danielle. 30s, scattered snow, and by the time we're approaching Christmas, we'll be talking highs in the 20s.
Ooh, going to be chilly. Thank you so much, Holly. And we start your headlines with animal advocates are pushing for Senate Bill 164 to pass. It would make harming a pet a more serious offense, classifying it as an act of violence. The vote could happen as early as today. The legislation would enhance Goddard's law that was passed in 2016, classifying serious physical harm of a pet as a 5th-degree felony. The CEO of Cleveland's APL, Sharon Harvey, says the new language would make the act an act of violence with a more severe penalty. She says if the bill is passed, it would acknowledge the critical link between violence towards animals and violence towards people.
When people commit crimes like this, it is an indication that they might escalate in the future and commit violent acts against people. Animals, they're living beings, and how we treat, life and other living beings really reflects our compassion and our humanity as a society.
If the bill is passed by the House, it will head to the governor's desk to be signed into law. Animal advocates are urging people to call their local representatives to get the bill passed. Meanwhile, at Cleveland City Kennel, they are overwhelmed with dogs and quickly running out of space. Dozens of dogs that need to be adopted are sitting in the shelter, and they're not alone. It's a problem that other shelters around the area are facing too.
A lot of people are struggling financially right now, so I just think we're seeing fewer people that are ready to take on the commitment of owning a new pet and family member.
We want dogs to go home to a forever home, whether that be their previous owner's home or whether that be a new adopter that can really take on another dog.
Because the shelter is so full, they have lowered their adoption fees to only $21. They are vaccinated and spayed or neutered. Microchipping is optional and an additional $25. If you can't commit to adopting but are interested in fostering, well, the kennel can help with that too. And turning to education news this morning, the State Board of Education has passed a resolution opposing President Biden's proposed changes to Title IX, which includes protecting LGBTQ students from discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity, and sex characteristics. The Ohio resolution states that there are only 2 biological sexes and goes on to say that if a child were to come out and identify as a different gender than the one assigned at birth, parents should be informed. LGBTQ youth counselors say that this legislation is harmful.
It immediately sends them the message that they're not seen or understood, that the school board for the state who's supposed to represent them had educated people who are experts in the field come and give information, and they ignored the education.
The resolution also calls on the Ohio General Assembly to, quote, resist federal executive branch attempts to undermine the original intent of Title IX. 3 News did reach out to the current sponsor of this legislation, but did not hear back. Meanwhile, a local teacher is suing the Board of Education for Jackson local schools, claiming she was forced to resign for going against school policy requiring staff to use students' preferred names and pronouns. According to attorneys for Vivian Garrity, the school district forced her to quit because she would not go against her religious beliefs to address these students. And we turn now to a story out of Parma, where a teenager is under arrest after crashing a car into a home. You can see it there now, the video. Well, police say the 17-year-old stole a car and led police on a chase that ended when he crashed into a house on Wetzel Avenue in Cleveland. Luckily, a mom and baby who were inside the home were not hurt. The teen who broke his arm in the crash ran from the scene, but was arrested a short time later. Scam alert, scam alert, scam alert. Listen up. The Cuyahoga County Department of Consumer Affairs has a warning for local businesses. Well, some businesses are being targeted with letters which demand payment for past due taxes. There are a couple of things to look out for. So the letter says distraint warrant at the top and claimed to be from the County Tax Processing Unit. Well, that department does not exist. If you receive one of these letters, you are asked to report it to the county. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go, starting at 4:30 a.m. Have a great day, everybody.